Hello everyone, it's Ronica Johnson here, welcome to my channel, and today we're doing a first impressions video for you. Because I don't do those as much as I used to, and I'm bored and tired. I can't sleep. I really can't. It's one of those nights. Every time I lie down in bed, I feel really awake. And then every time I sit down or stand up, I start feeling sleepier. So I thought, you know what, we'll dig through my library. I'll look for one of the games I've got that I haven't played, and I'll play it for a bit. This is one of them. Your mission is to survive as many days as you can. I didn't read any of this when I played it to get the footage. I just sort of dove in there. I do remember some key features from it though, so this will be fun. And if I mispronounce any words or say anything wrong, it's because I'm tired, so bear with me. I hate this music. This isn't one of those games that on the PlayStation, when you install it and hover over it, it's got its own music, and I'm starting to really dislike that trend. Especially if it's music, I'm pretty sure it's this exact music. It's really annoying. Like, I don't mind it if it's like gentle background music, but when it's like all intense, it's really annoying, so I've got to move off of the app to figure it. To stop hearing it even, not to figure it. That made no sense. That's an example of my brain being tired. Okay, we just spawned in. Got some very Daisy reminiscent looking text up there. I think Daisy, it looks like Daisy. It's been years since I've actually looked at Daisy. And we go through the woods with the... It's not a very good looking game, is it? Let's nip that in the bud right away. I'm fairly certain it's just an asset pack. I'm trying to figure out the controls here. That's how I figure out that you can go prone. That'll be useful later. I'm just fiddling with a controller here, to be honest. That little wheel you use there, you use the look around button. Look around button? Sorry, no, you use the what do you call it? The right analog stick to operate it, which is very frustrating. I'm moving towards a point of interest right now. There's something over there apparently, and we're going to go look at it. I think it's the orange thing. Yeah, it's that tent over there. That's where we're going. See a bunch of survival meters in the corner there. Oh, that's a zombie making a grrr. And here, I had a triangle randomly. And look, the zombie fucks off. So, elite pro tip for this game. Going prone hides you from zombies, which is good. Because weapons in this game are weirdly difficult to find. Just crawl along the ground on my little belly. Just noticed the dude's like sleeve is clipping into him quite a lot there. Found some crossbow ammo. Found some propane. I didn't notice it said pick up tent there when I was messing about on it. I was just kind of crawling. I just noticed that you could see through the dude's jacket there a little bit as well. This isn't a very good game. It's not a very good game. I am 80% certain it's just an asset flip. I can't prove that, obviously. Well, I could prove or disprove it just by going to the Unity store, because you can just go and look in the Unity store. But I really can't be arsed. That's more work than this game is worth. Cost about £3.50. Did not cost a lot of money. Yep, I just picked up the tent because I've realised you can do that. And here I am just crawling away on my belly. Just trying to get out of range of the zombie. That doesn't look like a zombie really, does it? It just looked like a dude in blue cloak. Blue cloak? In blue coat. In a blue coat. Tired Ronica doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. There's not really much to say at this point. It's just, I'm just crawling on my belly. Because I'm trying to avoid getting murdered by a zombie. Which I think is a goal that we could all agree on. You think it's boring to watch, it is more boring to play. Because I have to keep pressing the button. I have to keep holding down the analog stick. Oh, I pissed off another zombie. Here he comes. He stopped to do another roar. I keep making it through this sort of... what am I trying to say? I'm making it through the woods here. I'm pretty sure the zombie keeps... His line of sight keeps getting broken by the trees. The weirdly green trees. And then he just forgets where I am. Those trees are so weirdly green, like, not even a little layer of frost on them to give them a slight white effect. They're just like random evergreens in the, like, it's snowing right now in this game. It doesn't take long for tree leaves to get covered in snow. Why are they not, why don't they... I'm not really going to go mental on that though, because that's a very minor issue, let's face it. It's a very minor issue. Here's where we find a bridge. It's a nice bridge. It's kind of weird though, this whole suspension bridge looking thing. It looks like something you might see in a town or something, or at least adjacent to a town. Oh, I'll just put the tent down. Didn't really mean to do that. Because it's a nice big suspension looking bridge, but it's just here in the middle of this random Arctic wilderness. I don't know if you'd see it. Like, maybe. I've never been to the Arctic. I can't judge really, can I? I know one thing I'm thinking is that I don't want to go in that water down there because it looks cold and it would probably kill us. Speaking of water and bridges, I remember playing Fallout 3 because that's like one of the games I've played the most in my life, and I love the Pit DLC. It's one of my favourite DLCs of that. I think that is my favourite DLC of that game. Yeah, it's the Pit, and then the Point Lookout's a close second, but the Pit has this bridge. It's Pittsburgh, by the way. Pittsburgh? Which one is it? Is it Pittsburgh or Pittsburgh? It doesn't matter which one it is. Oh, we found a snowman. A snowman, wait for it, does nothing. But yeah, the Pit. If you jump off the bridge, you get so heavily irradiated you'll die within minutes. It's ludicrous. Like, it's not... I mean, it makes sense that that's the Pit's whole thing. I'll wipe my nose. Ugh, itchy. It's more of an itch actually on the nose. I just don't like. I just have to use. I use tissues because that's just how I itch my nose. Very wasteful. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was just saying that the bridge in the pit. Like, if you jump off it, because I got curious. I wanted to explore down there, but I thought, oh, I'm freezing. You need to find shelter and light. Shelter and light fire. A fire to stop freezing is what the thing's saying. Find a nice little base here. We're about to play a rather horrific mini game. I'm waiting for it to start. I didn't realise you had to press start. So you're supposed to catch the wood in the little bucket and avoid the snowballs. If you catch a snowball, I'm led to believe you do not, that you lose a bit of wood. Yeah, see, it just takes away all your wood. Which is just ludicrous. This is a horrible minigame. You got to use the little arrows on the controller, the D-pad, I think it's called. Is it called a D-pad? I don't know. You got to use that to move the bucket back and forth. My main complaint is that this didn't need to be a minigame. It could have just been press a button and get some wood. I'm trying to jump through a window here. There's no jump button in this game. It's very annoying. Like, you might think I'd be more annoyed by the whole freezing to death thing, but no, I'm more annoyed that there's no jump button. Also, those things on the table, they look like you should be able to pick them up, but you just can't. There's not much distinction between the items that you can interact with and the items you can't. You just light a fire. Another little mini game. You got to press it just as it gets to that bit at the top. I kept fucking that up. I'm not good at timing. If you've watched me play Dark Souls at any point, you'll know that I'm really bad at timing my parries. I can get away with it in Demon Souls. The game's slower, so I can get away with it most of the time. There's a lot of like mini games like this in the game, and I don't get what the point of them is. Like, I don't mind a few little mini games in a game when it adds to it. Like, again, I know some people don't like the button mashy things in GTA San Andreas to like increase your strength and shit. I'm just standing there to get warm, by the way. Some people don't like it, but I thought it made sense that, especially if you're working out, it makes sense to be proactive about it. But this just feels like adding extra steps to something that doesn't need them. Itchy nose again. God damn. I'm sorry, that snort's going to be in the audio, and I'm not going to cut it out because that's why. Ugh, got a minor headache going on. and my computer just sort of fell asleep on me because I hadn't moved the mouse. I don't get it. It knows I'm recording. It knows I'm actually doing something. I can't keep moving the mouse. Oh, I'm betting that's going to mess with the recording. I hope not. It's also got the video playing there, so why it did... Oh, I hate this sometimes. Like, you won't see that, but I saw it. I found a water bottle there. That's going to be useful. Here I am trying to get a better charge. Yeah, 98% is pretty good. What annoys me is... Oh, I found a jacket there as well, which keeps us extra warm. The flashlight's battery will drain even when you're not using it. Like, it drains quite quickly as well. It's like every few seconds it goes down by another 1%, and that's just ludicrous. Yeah, I've got a jacket with some armour on it. I have every reason to believe it makes no fucking difference whatsoever. There's a little red thing in the corner there that does nothing. I'm pretty sure I figured that out. Yeah, it's just a Ice Station Z dude. Because the developers of this game seem to think that their game stuff looks unique enough to be recognised. Like, could you look at this and say, tell me what game this was from, if you didn't have the title of the video? I bet you couldn't. Yeah, requires engine parts. Can't use the helicopter yet. I bet you couldn't tell me what game this came from. Again, this looks like Poor Man's Unit Z. And again, Unit Z was already it was a mod, wasn't it, of Arma 2 originally? I think that was it. I might be thinking of something else. I didn't research this. So. Oh, it's one thing to remember is that if you leave a building in this game that you've lit a fire in and then come back, then you don't have any space. Don't have any space. Then you lose your fire. It just goes out. Maybe it's timed. I don't think it is. It's just annoying. I'm just sort of wandering around. I don't really know what I'm doing. I found a hunting knife. That's good. You move so... Like, I'm not slowing down in the buildings intentionally. This is where I discover that you can only attack if you're aiming. Because this game is shit. Yeah, you can't... That movement speed in buildings, you can't change that. You're just sort of stuck. You go for a nice jog outside and then you plod slowly along as soon as you go inside. Oh, Jesus, this is slow. I keep fucking that minigame up. I can't get to sleep. Again, I'm so bad at timing, even with a big obvious prompt. Pardon me. As you can see, I don't really know what I'm doing. Like, the whole aim in this game is just to survive for as long as possible, and I find those games fairly boring because there's no greater goal. Oh, itchy bad nose again. That's right. Ugh. I don't feel very well. I've got a bit of a headache as well. I might be coming down with something. Right, let's go for this zombie. Come on, stabby. Yeah. That happens every time you get attacked. It goes all frostbite. Zombie gets a little bit bored between attacks, like he starts to fuck off. And the hitbox is... Oh god, that was bright. That went bright really fast. That was horrible. But you lose all your stuff when you die, so you just gotta... what do you call that sort of game, aside from kind of like... I don't think I've ever found that entertaining. Like, I sort of get losing all your souls when you die in Dark Souls. I mean, I don't really get it. It's just irritating, but it's part of the game. I've come to accept it. And but I don't really get it. Like, it doesn't add much fun to the game. I just banged the microphone. That's always a good thing to do. That's very professional. But I don't get why I lost all my stuff, because it's annoying to find stuff in this game. Just eternally plodding through the white. You know, when I was younger, when I was but a child, I used to play a lot of open world. Well, I say a lot of open world games. There wasn't as many of them when I was a kid, but you know, they've definitely had more of a surge in the last couple of years. But yeah, I kept thinking to myself, whenever I saw a place I just couldn't enter, like Grand Theft Auto 3 had this bit where there was a laundromat, and I just couldn't go inside, but it had like an interior model because it was used for a mission. And I would sit there like, oh, why can't I go inside the building? And yeah, and a similar thought I'd have like whenever I looked like at distance, into the distance with games, like you'd have the skybox with the mountains and the fields. I'm like, why can't I go and explore that? Little did I know that the answer is because it would just be fucking boring. Like, it wouldn't be content. And we kind of get a really good look at that here, is that just wandering around isn't content, it's boring. I found something. I forgot, I didn't see what that was. I think it was shotgun ammo. Yeah, I've got 5 shotgun shells. I've got some 5 pistol bullets. Even though it's all just called ammo, it's called like pistol ammo and shotgun ammo. Bear with me. Itchy nose. It's all dry up there. I hate this. God, the human body is gross. I'm gross. I feel gross. This is when I've discovered that I can move stuff into my actual backpack bit. You can't carry much. Like, once you find a better backpack, I mean, I've got a better backpack, I just don't know how to equip it at this point. There's a guitar there. You can't take it. It's just a guitar. Now, either that's supposed to be like a subtle hint that the soldier there played songs for his family, or it was just an asset they used. I can't tell. No one can tell. Oh, I can't breathe either. I've had some bad asthma the last couple of months. I know whenever I do these videos, I always mention that my asthma is bad. It just always seems to be. Like, I definitely need to see the doctor again at some point. Oh, there we go, a shotgun. That's what we need. Yeah, he's loaded it. That's good. We've got a proper weapon now. Because that hunting knife earlier was shit. Just plodding along, hoping against hope we'll find something worth grabbing. Got some matches, they're useful. There we go. We're taking the fight to a zombie now. That's the desire. I want to put a few buckshot into this zombie's face. Yeah, he's dead. They really don't move like zombies. They just, like, when they're not attacking you, they just move like regular dudes. Right, I want to light a fire to get myself warm again. You need to be warm for survival. I don't know what I'm doing. This game is fucking boring. There's going to be like a fade and like some footage jump in a second because I had to copy this footage from my PlayStation onto a USB stick. What do I guess you could just call it a USB. It's Universal Serial Bus, so like technically that's... It's coming. Hold on. It's coming. It's coming. There it is. Yeah, I had to slice the footage down on the PlayStation and copy it that way. There's my little note I left for you. Hope you've had time to read that. I had that written. I wrote that because I forgot I was doing the audio. And now I can't be asked to remove it. Oh, my computer falls asleep again. Well, it doesn't fall asleep, it goes into the screensaver, but like, I don't get why. I'm actively doing stuff on it right now. I guess I'm not really, am I? It's just annoying. And again, you won't see that. That message has been up for a long time. How much longer is it supposed to be up there? Like, I can't scroll to see. So, oh, there you go, it's gone. There we are. You didn't miss anything while that message was on screen, though, did you? Let's face it. You missed me wandering around a dark room looking for fuck all. Popping to the lavatory. Some random matches. There really is nothing else in this game. This is what you do in this game. You wander around. I don't want to play the piano, actually, because I don't want to attract zombies. I'm not sure if they can go inside, but given how slowly we move inside, I don't want to be tempting it. I'll also mention now, I didn't try the multiplayer that's apparently available for this game, that according to the menu screen, I just don't believe anyone else is playing. Like, who else even knows this game exists? Maybe it'll be like a Generation Zero thing, where I accidentally assumed that no one had ever heard of a game, and it turns out a fan base actually existed. I did a whole review back in my Board Gamer days. I look at it occasionally, it's got quite a few views on it. It's doing alright. It's a shame it's completely unrepresentative of my channel and brand that I'm building at the moment, but hey, it's, you know, it's some content. Had some particularly unhappy fanboys crying that I didn't represent the game properly. I mean, I played the game for like, I think I played it for about 8 or 10 hours, and I found robots and I shot robots, and that was, I'm pretty sure, I haven't rewatched the video because I don't want to. I'm fairly certain it's cringy. Like, anything that I do that's more than 2 months old, I will cringe at. Some of you might know, I draw a lot as well. Same goes for drawings, actually. A lot of the time, I hate things I created more than a couple months ago. I might put an image up or something and show, like, yeah, I'll do that. This is something I drew a couple days ago. It's just a few of my characters chilling on a sofa. You may or may not notice that one of them is buried in a crisp packet, and she's eating crisps. You know, because she's the one we're supposed to relate to, because we can all do that. And here's something I drew quite a long time ago. I say a long time ago, a few months ago at this point. And I'm just nowhere near as fond of it. Like, obviously, the more you do something, the better you tend to get at it, as long as you've got a basic level of skill in something beforehand. If you keep doing it, you know, you'll eventually improve. Does help if you've got a bit of passion about it as well. That does help. These zombies don't seem to notice we're here. So I'm just going to wonder. Yeah. It's not exactly a thrilling survival game, is it? It's just occasionally zombies are on the map. Again, they don't look like zombies. You'll also notice the hunting shotgun's got like a durability meter in the corner. That's always fun. Oh, a zombie spotted us, and I don't know where the fuck he is. I can hear him behind us. Yeah, there he is. Oh no, I've been frozen, man. And then he just disappears. He's just gone. I don't know where he's gone, and that leaves me a bit tense. I'm not gonna lie. We've got to get away and heal up. There we go, bandages. Healed us by quite a lot, actually. I mean, at least it's not got items divided up so pointlessly. I don't know. I found antibiotics earlier, like way at the beginning of this. Like, what do they do? Because, like, maybe you can get sick Maybe if you get too cold you can get sick. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever know, to be honest. I'm never going back to play this. This is not a fun game. This is the most basic zombie survival game you could build. Like, I'm trying to think of things to give the devs credit for on this, but what can I really, like, the guns work, the guns are functional. There's a zombie up there. Shoot him in the face, there we go. The guns are functional, I suppose, and there's, the healing items seem pretty potent. Yeah, there's not much else I can say that there's nothing else that stands out that makes me say, oh, this game is amazing, because it's not. It's shit. This game is just shit. Like, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. If you saw this footage, would you know what game it came from? Like, does it look unique? It doesn't look unique at all, does it? It's just the most basic fucking thing. And I think too many zombie games do that sort of thing. It just looks so plain, like so interchangeable. Even the Dead Rising games, like the zombies look fairly similar until you get to the cool ones that are all like mutated. But, you know, at least you get those in the end. So many of these low-effort zombie games just look the same. Like, the only unique selling point this one could probably claim is it's got snow in it, adding a body temperature mechanic. But oh, I feel a yawn coming. Oh, Jesus, Buddha pagan Christ. Okay, sorry, tired. It's like 12:30 now. I didn't think I'd be sat at my computer at 12:30. I'm usually in bed by 9. And then usually surfing my phone for another 2 hours, so I'm surprised I sleep as well as I do. Oh, bad nose again. Bear with me. What a fun little adventure we're on. Oh, there's a church there. There's a house. I like a house. I'm not going to lie, I recorded this footage about, well, at this point it was probably like about an hour ago, and I've already forgotten the majority of the stuff that happens in this game because nothing happened. Oh look, it's the firewood mini game. Like, yay, that's excite. This is doing excite. I am thrilled. Oh god, this is so boring to watch. Like, none of this is interesting. Why am I choosing to dedicate like 40 minutes of my time for this shit again? Well, 40 minutes of your time. For me, considering the recording and then the moving of the footage and making of it, for me it's probably going to be closer to like 3 hours of my time spent getting this video together. What's the point of why am I doing this to myself? I really just need something to keep my mind occupied. Oh, I'm nodding off a bit. Yeah, I'm trying the match mini game. Like, the match mini game isn't too bad. Like, it makes a certain amount of sense. But like the battery one and the wood one, like, I don't get it. It's a desperate ploy to be unique. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm not just a zombie game, I've got shitty mini games. Like, oh, it went to day 3. When did it go to day 2? I think I missed it turning to day 2. What was I saying? Something about batteries. There's a bandage. Bandages are good for us. Oh look, we got some baked beans, so we can refill our belly. That was convincing. Like, he just doesn't even take the mask off. Bless his heart. Oh yeah, I finally remembered. Well, I say remembered. I finally figured out how to put that on. This user interface is just terrible. Like, it's not exactly streamlined, it's very awkward to do. The menu doesn't pause the game, because it's obviously designed under the impression you'll be playing it online, but no. No to all of that. Let's try the sleeping mini game again, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I can't do that one. And that's a really big, like, prompt. Requires fuel. It said requires fuel equipped, didn't it? Okay. Let's go to church. Well, we've already gone into church, but we're looking for weapons, really. Oh, there's a better bag in here. What else did I find in here? There's some matches. Just trying to remember how to equip the better bag. There we go. 15 capacity. I'm going to have to move my chair a bit. I don't know if you can hear that in the recording. According to the little thingy in the screen that tells me what volumes my mic's picking up, it didn't go, but it's not always accurate. Okay, so we're trying to get to the interesting stuff to the south of us, but because the map doesn't orient with us, doesn't rotate with us even, whatever, because the map is static, it's a lot of faffing around. There's another zombie. I almost forgot there were zombies in this game because it's so long between us finding one. I'm just sort of trying to avoid them because I don't want to waste what little shotgun ammo I have left. Like, I'll keep the shotgun at the ready, but you know, it's not like the shooting in this game is much fun, so I'm not going to go out of my way to do it. Oh, this is so bright, it's hurting my eyes. This is probably why I have a headache. I was talking about Fallout 3 earlier, wasn't I? What was I talking about? Why did I go on a Fallout 3 tangent? Oh, there's a zombie somewhere. There, I see it, the blue dude. And I've forgotten that I can just go prone to, like, hide from them. And that's our shotgun ammo spent. Like, obviously the prone mechanic is meant to be for you to sneak past zombies, but I don't know if the developers intended it to be a, like, you just get down and crawl and the zombies leave you alone. Like, if they did, that's a really weird choice. Like, I mean, I guess as a mechanic it works, but anyway. But if it's not intentional, if it's just a bug that they didn't fix properly, or if it's just a design choice that they didn't fix properly, if it's just a mistake, why? Why not QA test it? Now you'll see we found a submarine here. It's very exciting. I remember walking onto this and thinking now that I hope that this submarine takes us somewhere interesting. That door doesn't open. There's nothing in here. It's just a basic room. There's really nothing to do in here. Let's no, that's right. There's a door at the end. Let's go through there. It was very red all of a sudden. There's nothing in here though. Oh look, we found some Arctic trousers and ooh, a double-barreled shotgun that I didn't want because I already had a shotgun. What I needed was some fucking ammo for the shotgun. One thing you may have noticed by now as well is there's no ambient music anywhere. It's all oh, excuse me. It's all just this. It's just you can hear like the creaks of the ship, but you can't really. There's no like anything. Look at I've just noticed that you sleep so rigidly. So you get a bit of health back when you sleep, so that's the point of sleeping. But there's really nothing else. Like, most of these places just have so few supplies. And that's the problem I see in a lot of survival games, is that they go out of their way to make sure supplies are hard to find, like really hard to find, or just like, would you call it hard to find? Because it's not really difficulty. It's just shit. I'm sorry, I know that's not a very descriptive term, but that's the best one I've got for this game. It's just shit. There's nothing down there. Feels like there could have been a little boat down there for us to row in. Oh yeah, I want to put my Arctic trousers on, that's what I'm doing. God, I've still got so much footage left. It's probably going to be like 2 AM before I actually get this video up. That's if I choose to upload it tonight. I'm probably going to. Like, I hate leaving things unfinished. I still have a proper review coming out on Saturday, so don't worry. It's a nice little beat 'em up game. That should be fun. I might try to get a first impressions done of that as well. I doubt it. Like, I have all the footage. I could just rewatch it and give my impressions that way, which is what I've started doing a lot more recently. Mostly because it's easier. I used to record the first impressions audio on my phone, and getting it to line up can be a pain in the ass. It doesn't always do it properly. A bandage. A bandage, even. Sorry. Oh, my head. There's that bridge from earlier in the distance. I remember why I went on the Fallout 3 tangent now. I was thinking of the bridge in the pit. I love Fallout 3. It's a good game. I prefer New Vegas, but Fallout 3's got its charms. I really do want to go back and just play some New Vegas again. I've got my Xbox all set up again now, so I finally can. The thing that stopped me was because I just couldn't be asked to plug it in. I don't get why the Xbox One has 2 HDMI ports in the back of it. Like, I'm sure there's a reason. I'm sure it's a decent reason. I just don't get why it is. But yeah, I can play my Fallouts on that. I could also play them on PlayStation Now, but the difference is the Xbox versions have all the DLC. And I love the DLC. Like, Fallout New Vegas has one of my favourite guns in a Fallout game. It's got the shoulder-mounted machine gun. I'll put some footage up here of it, because you're not missing much. It's a cool weapon. Like, it's a silly weapon. It's a rather absurd weapon, but it's a rather cool weapon. Like, we don't see this again. It's unique. It's interesting. We just look. Oh, we've heard a zombie, but we're just gonna crawl because you can just do that, and the zombie won't find you. That's when the zombie apocalypse happens. That's how we survive, guys. We just have to crawl on our bellies. You know, I heard some guys were working on a New Vegas recreation, but in the Fallout 4 engine. I don't know how that's going. There was a trailer a while back. I might look into it. I know it's a mod, but like, I would love that. Like, Fallout 4's engine isn't the best engine, but it's still better than Fallout New Vegas' engine was. Yeah, we're getting to the point now where I'm probably just going to start wrapping up. I don't think anything exciting happens here. I'm fairly certain all I'm doing now is, well, I'm just wandering around because I forgot that I'd already been here in my last life. That's how basic everything in this game looks. Hope you've enjoyed this video, by the way. Not my best work, but it was something to do. I did look on the PlayStation Store. There was nothing else by the Voices games that came out recently, so, like, that's a shame. They're always good for a chuckle. Or at least a stare of bewilderment. I need the toilet now. Yeah, it's only got a bit of footage left, it's fine. I'll be fine. Okay. Oh. That's just the wood. I said, ooh, like something exciting was going to happen, but that was just the wood. Now, where are all the zombies gone? Is that a zombie? It's quite far away, though. I think there's one closer. I think that's why I went this way. It's hard to remember what my motivations for some things are. But we're getting thirsty, we're getting cold, our battery's running low. And I'm role-playing as a survivor who's just sort of run out of time. Zombie, I'm over here, come on. Like, he doesn't respond at all, until you get too close. He doesn't seem to notice, like, he's just walking, look at that. There we go. And then he gets bored. You've got to be very proactive, like, if you want a zombie to attack you in this game, you've got to be really, like, obvious about it. Mate, you got a job to finish. He's just fucking off. He's not coming back this time. For goodness sake, this is pathetic. Like, it was kind of amusing while I was playing, I think, but... There, oh, ow! I forgot that happened. Oh, it gets so bright. Yeah, this is, what was this game called? Ice Station Z. It's not worth playing. That'll do. That'll do.